Good afternoon, children. You are all welcome to Avadar Studio. So today we are going to learn very interesting topic, that's a leaf type, and here we are going to see so many terminology. Each and every one is very important for NEET purpose. Okay, shall we go to start the class? So what is a leaf type? So we know the different type of the leaves. Okay, each and every leaves are differ from each other. Some of the leaves are entire and some of the leaves they have a insertions inside. Okay, insertion means segments. Actually a single leaf is divided into so many segments. Okay, so that is a segment like. So each entire leaf is divided into so many segments. Okay, so due to that segments we can see the different shape of the leaf. You can see here that is a different shape of the leaves. Even the margin is also different. The arrangement of the veins also different here. Okay, the pattern of divisions of a leaf into discrete components or segments. Discrete components means கொஞ்சம் division இருக்க கூடியது. Segment வந்து இருக்கும். The margin is just inside. They have to enter inside the lamina, but not வந்து edge of the midrib. Okay, it's termed as a leaf type. So based on the number of segments that is classified. Okay. So based on the number of segments that is classified, the first one is a simple leaf. Okay. So what is a simple leaf? A leaf is said to be a simple. Okay, it has a single. Actually, a node gives only one leaf, that is considered as a simple leaf. Okay, அப்போ ஒரு நோடுல இருந்து ஒரு PTOல இருந்து ஒரே ஒரு leaf மட்டும் இருந்ததுனா that is considered as a simple leaf. It may be a entire leaf. It's not divided. You can see here the leaves are not divided. Okay, so that is example mango. So simple leaf means the leaf is said to be a simple. Okay, simple na single அப்படினு ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. It has a single lamina, single node. A leaf is arised from a single node. So that is a simple leaf, that is entire leaf. We cannot see any segments, any lobe from the margin. So the lamina may be incised. Okay, the lamina may be they have a segments are there. Okay, irundhudu அப்படினா that is a segmented leaf அப்படினு சொல்றோம். That's a leaflets. Okay, or segmented leaflets means small leaves are considered as a leaflets. So segmented means they have a give some segments, that is a incised. Incised அப்படிங்கிறது that is just உள்ள போகும் மார்ஜினுக்குள்ள போகக்கூடியது. So the depth but do not up to the midrib of the petiole. Petiole வரைக்கும் அந்த depth இருக்காது. That is example for cucurbita. So compound leaf. Okay, compound leaf means that is a, so actually one main rachis are there. So from the main rachis so many leaflets are arise. So that is considered as a compound leaf. The compound leaves have evolved from that, so increase the number of the lamina. Okay, so we can see so many leaflets. Okay, we can see that so many leaflets, each and everyone has a lamina. So the surface of the lamina will be increased in such a plant. So what is the main characters of the compound leaf? It has only one axillary bud that is present in the base of the compound leaf. Okay, so the base of the node we can see only one axillary bud. You can see here this is only the one axillary bud, that's the base of the rachis that is present in the base of the rachis. இதுல அடியில ஒரே ஒரு axillary bud மட்டும் தான் இருக்கும். We cannot see the axillary bud in each and every leaflets. Okay, ஒவ்வொரு leafletக்கு அடியில அந்த axillary bud வந்து பார்க்க முடியாது. So only one leaflet, only one axillary bud is present in this region. You can see here. So this is your axillary bud. Okay, so we can see only one axillary bud in the base of the petiole. Okay, in the node regions, that is axillary region. We can see the axillary bud. Where is the axillary region? That is between the node and internode. That region is considered as a axillary region. Okay, so only one axillary bud we can see. We cannot see the axillary bud in every rachis. Every rachis la இந்த இடத்துலலாம் axillary bud இருக்கா. That is a main characters of, that is a compound leaf. So based on that, that is divided into pinnately compound leaf. Another one is a palmately compound leaf. Pinnately compound leaf means defined as there's a one in which a rachis, actually it has a main rachis are there. Okay, from the main rachis, the laterally rachis, it is here from the primary rachis, secondary rachis, tertiary rachis are arised. Okay, so we can see the so many leaflets are there. So that the rachis are arised in the alternative in condition. Rachis could eppadi irukona, so oru node la irundhu oru rachis da, rendavathu node la irundhu innoru rachis. Okay, we cannot see the opposite rachis, that is alternatively in condition. Example, that is a tamarindus. So what is the unipinnate? Unipinnate, the rachis are simple and unbranched. Okay, so that is a simple leaf means oru node la irundhu oru leaf vanduchna, that is simple leaf. That is unbranched, they don't have any branches, bears the leaflets, so that directly on its side, ஒரே ஒரு சைடுல ஃபுல்லா இப்படியே leaflets வந்து ஆரம்பிச்சிச்சு அப்படினா, so that is வந்து என்னது unipinnate. Unipinnate ஒரே manner, that is they have to face only one side, that is it may be alternative or in the opposite, we can see in the one side. So that is a unipinnate in condition. So unipinnate also divided into two. So one is the peripinnate, another one is the imparipinnate. So peripinnate, in the tip of the leaf we can see that is here even in number. Okay, this is the even in number we can see. Illa pathina tip la rendu leaflets vandirukum, that is a even in number. So we can see in the tamarindus. So imparipinnate, so when the leaflets are odd in number, that is here imparipinnate. Inoda tip la pathina tip of the leaflets, the terminal leaflets has only one leaf is there, that is called a imparipinnate. So what is a bipinnate? The primary rachis produce a secondary rachis, secondary produce a tertiary. So from that the leaflets are arised. Okay, so that is a pinnae in conditions. Pinnae means already I said there is a feather like structure. Okay, so the number of pinnae is a varies depending upon the species, and the pinnae arrangement வந்து ஒவ்வொரு இதுலயும் ஒவ்வொரு மாதிரி இருக்கும், because the compound leaf எல்லாமே we can see the number of leaflets, each and every one is a different arrangement. Someone is a odd in number terminal leaflets, someone is a that is a even in number in the terminal leaflets. So what is the tripinnate? In the leaflets, the terminal leaflets we can see the three leaflets, that is known as a tripinnate. Okay, when the rachis have branches, actually it has here so many branches. In the rachis, main rachis la irundhu we can see the so many branches are there. So we can see the so many branches in this region, that is here thrice in condition. Okay, inga eppadi irukuna thrice ah vandirukum, three leaflets ah vandu arranged aayirukkum, so that is a tripinnate in conditions. Okay, so even the rachis also tripinnate. Okay, so even we can see the terminal leaflets also, three leaves are present in the terminal region, that is here tripinnate arrangement. This is a moringa. So what is a D-compound leaves? Okay, here we can see the so many branches of the rachis. Each and every rachis gives rise to the secondary, tertiary rachis are there. When the rachis of the leaf is branched, that is considered as a D-compound. Okay, so many things uncountable irukakudiyadha D-compound apdi solrom. So Decas carota and coriandrum leaves. Okay, that is the best example for that. Next one is a palmately compound leaf. So palmately compound leaf is defined as one which it has here, so that is a spread over. Okay, the petiole bears a number of leaflets from the base of the petiole, tip of the petioles, it bears a number of leaflets. It's look like our fingers. Okay, how the fingers arranged are that's originated from the palm regions. Okay, that's a radiating from a common point. It's look like a fingers from the palm. That is a palmately compound leaf. Okay, in the tip of the petiole we can see this, everything is connected here. So next one is unifoliolate. Okay, unifoliolate means any single leaflet is articulated to the petioles. Okay, ஒரே ஒரு leaflet தான் இருக்கும், அந்த ஒரு leafletum வந்து articulated அப்படிங்கிறது என்னது அப்படினா, that is a divided. Okay, it is a divided, the main leaflet is divided here. Okay, so that is articulated. இந்த மாதிரி divide ஆயிருக்கலையா, so இதுதான் வந்து என்ன சொல்றோம், articulated. A single leaflet is articulated to the petiole, that is said to be a unifoliate. It's an example in the citrus plant. So next one is a bifoliate. Okay, even a single leaflet is divided into two lobed. That is a bifoliate in conditions. We can see the two leaflets articulated. Actually, a single leaf is divided into two articulated, two segments are there. Okay, so that is called a bifoliate. Example for that is a Zornia diphylla. Zornia diphylla. Next one is a trifoliate. Okay, the same thing. If we can see the three leaflets articulated, so that is considered as a trifoliate leaf. That is example is a clover. Okay, that's a clover trifolium, and wood apple, that's a eagle mammalus. Okay, bilvam ela irukliya, bilvam ela idu mari irukum. So that's a trifoliate. Based on the articulated number of articulated which is divided. Okay, so based on that, if it has a single articulated, that is a unifoliate. If it has a two articulated, that is a bifoliate. If it has a three articulated, that is a trifoliate. So next one is a quadrifoliate. That is if it has a four leaflets. Okay, so a plant has a four leaflets that is divided into segment, that is considered as a quadrifoliate. That example is a Marsilia plant. This is a Marsilia plant. Okay, it has a four leaflets are there, and Paris quadrifolia, it has a four leaflets. Okay, upon based on the number of leaflets, the leaflets அப்படினு சொல்றாங்க தனித்தனியா இருக்குதுல actually single இருந்து தான் தனித்தனியா வருது. So that is articulated அப்படிங்கிறது அது divided ஆயிருக்கு segments ஆன அர்த்தம். Okay, so multifoliate or digitate, multifoliate or otherwise called digitate. We can see more than four leaflets. Okay, so in the main, that is a tip of the petiole, that is considered as a multifoliate or digitate. Okay, so it is also look like the, so there's a fingers from the palm. That's a palmately means that is a radiating. The leaflets are radiating towards the margin. So that is example is a Bombyxibia. Another one is a Cleome pentaphylla. Bombyxibia. Another one is a Cleome pentaphylla. Is example for that. So how many types we studied under that? Compound leaf. Okay, in the compound leaf we studied the first one is a unifoliate, and second one is a bifoliate, and third one is a trifoliate, then quadrifoliate, then multifoliate. Okay, so palmately compound leaf is divided into 5 types. So unifoliate example, what is the example for the unifoliate? So that is a citrus. So bifoliate example, that is a Zonia diphylla, and trifoliate example, that is a clover. Another one is a eagle mammalus, and next one is a quadrifoliate example Marsilia, and next a Paris quadrifolia. So multifoliate means is a more than 4 leaflets, more than 4, more than 5 to 4, 6 and the mari leaflets, more than 3, 4 க்கு மேல இருந்துச்சுனாலே அது multifoliate or digitate அப்படினு சொல்றோம். Next we are going to see the modification of the leaf. That is already we studied how the plants, especially the leaves, are modified to carry out the functions. We studied in the, that is the modifications of the leaf. Okay, so already we studied, that is the introductions. Now we are going to learn the modification of the leaf. Actually in the leaves consists of 3 important parts, that is a base, leaf base, that is a petiole and lamina. Okay, so here in the leaf apex, so each and every parts are modified to protect the plants, so from that animals, and for that survive they have to protect by themselves. தான் வாழ்றதுக்கு அதுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி தன்னை மாத்திக்குது, இருக்கக்கூடிய ஹேபிட்டேட்டுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி தன்னை மாத்திக்குது. ஓகேவா? So under the modifications we are going to see so many types. The first one is here how the plants modified to carry out the functions photosynthesis. So because the presence of the lamina oda portions வந்து it's a very broad thin, okay, it's a green in color, then only they have to do the photosynthesis. Okay va? So here the leaves modified to perform the specialized function. The first function is here photosynthesis. Not only photosynthesis, in the respiration and transpirations also takes place here. Okay. So the first one, how the leaves are modified into tendrils. Okay, so what is the tendril? Tendril அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படினா, so actually any part of the leaf, it may be a leaf apex or petiole or lamina that is modified into tendril like structures. So what is the functions of the tendril, which is used to climb the neighbor plants? Then only the parental plants will be stand. Okay, they can be survive. So because of that the leaf tendrils are formed. So, we will see that what are the parts are modified into tendril. The first one, so entire leaf is modified into tendril in Lathyrus. Okay. Next is in the Smilex plant, the stipules are modified. The terminal leaflets are modified as a tendril in Narvelia. Okay. So, another one, the leaf tip is modified into Gloriosa, and apical leaflets, that is the apex, leaflet of apex are modified into tendril in Pisum. Okay. Petioles are modified into tendril in Clematis. We will see one by one. So, the first one is a Lathyrus. Okay. Entire leaf are modified into, that is your tendril like structures. Okay. Actually here the terminal leaflets are modified. In some of the species of Lathyrus, the entire leaves are modified into terminal. Entire leaves are modified into tendrils. Here the terminal leaflets are alone modified into tendril like structures. Next is stipules. Okay. So, where is the stipules? Actually the stipules are extra outgrowth present in either side of the nodal region. So, that is a stipules. Okay. Such as stipules are modified into, that is a tendril like structure. So, which is present in the base of the node. So, this is here, these regions, these are all tendrils. Okay. The stipules are modified into tendrils, okay, in the Smilex. So, all the tendrils are used to climbing the neighbor plants because that their stem is very, very weak. So, next one is leaflets. Totally all the leaflets, entire leaflets are modified into tendril in Narvelia. Actually these are all leaflets. Okay. So, all the leaflets are modified into tendril like structures. Each and every one is the, these are all leaflets. Okay. So, this is a leaflets, the leaflets are modified into tendril like structures. So, in Gloriosa the leaf tip is modified. Leaf tip means that is the apex region. Okay. This is the apex region. So, this is apex. So, this is apex region. Okay. So, that is a leaf tip is modified into tendril. Okay. So, so many parts are modified into tendril. This is a Gloriosa, leaf tip is modified into tendril like structure. Next, apical leaflet, that is apex. Okay. Apical leaflet, that is a that is apical region, that is a terminal region. The apical leaflets are modified into tendril. This is the apical part, so which is modified into your tendril like structures. Okay. Next, petioles are modified into, that is a tendril in Clematis. Okay. So, these are all petioles in the regions full away another. That is a petiole region. These are all the petiole regions. The petiole regions are modified into tendril like structures. Okay. So, it is very easy concept, but we must keep it in our mind each and every name and which parts are modified into tendril. So, we will see once again. The first we studied, that is here Lathyrus odoratus. So, in the Lathyrus odoratus, which part is modified into tendril? Here that is the terminal parts, but actually entire leaves are modified into tendril. So, can you give the example for entire leaves are modified into tendril? That is a Lathyrus. And stipules are modified into tendril in Smilex. Leaflets are modified into tendril. All the leaflets are modified into tendril in Narvelia. And leaf tips, that is a Gloriosa. Leaf tip is modified into tendril in Gloriosa. And apical leaflet is modified into tendril in Pisum. So, the petioles are modified into Clematis. Okay. So, these are all the modifications of the leaf, especially the leaf parts are modified into tendril. It may be a petiole or it may be a leaf apex, okay, or the stipules. Okay, these are all modified into tendril like structure. So, we can see the different type of the tendrils. So, each and every tendrils are used to climbing the neighboring plants because they want to survive, they want to stand, okay, because the stems are very, very weak. So if they will not climb, they cannot do the photosynthesis, okay, they cannot survive. That is the main purpose. The leaves are modified into tendril like structures. Next we will see that leaf hooks, okay. So what is a hook? It's a hook like structures, okay, hook. How the leaf parts are modified into hook like structures. In some plants leaves are, that is, modified into hook like structure with the help to plant, that is the help of the plant. So what is the purpose for that? They have to climbing the neighboring plants, okay. They want to stand, the same thing only, the same function, it's they have to do, okay va. So leaf tendril maanadukku enna reason o adhe reason na leaf hook maaradukku, because they want to survive, they want to climb, they want to erect, okay. So here the best example is in cat. That's a cat's nail, okay. Cat's oda nail eppadi irukumo adhe mari Bignonia uniguis cati, okay, unguis cati, Bignonia unguis cati and the elegant climber, that is the elegant climber. The terminal leaflets are modified. Inga enna parts modified aayirukku pathona, terminal leaflets. So leaflets means is a number of division, actually it's divided into, it's a number of leaflets, okay. So apex is divided into a number of leaflets. The terminal leaflets are modified into hook like structure. How the hook is, there is a sharp, stiff and curved, there is a curved hooks, very much like in the nails of the cat. Appo nails oda cat madriye irukum adu, idu Bignonia. So that is the unguisi cati, okay. Bignonia unguisi cati is similar to the nails of the cat. So what is the structure? That is a very sharp and stiff, okay. It's a curved hook like structure, sharp or stiff or curve irukku, okay va. So that is used to climbing the tree very easily, easy adu panikum. So that is example is a Bignonia unguisi cati, okay. So leaf hook, the best example is here, that is a Bignonia unguisi cati, which is resemble to that, similar to the nails of cat. So see the structure, that is a sharp, okay, a curved and stiff. This is a sharp, curved and tip regions is your hook. So this is your hook, this is your hook, okay. It's look like that is your nails of cat, this is your hook. So which part is modified into hook? That is your terminal leaflets are modified into hook. So what is the functions of the hook? The hook cling to bark of the trees, act as a organ for the support for climbing. Actually this is an additional organ for the parental plant. The parental plant ku additional organ irukku, adha use panni enna pannukom, climb pannikom, okay. So another one is the leaf spines are modified into hook. Where the leaf spines are modified into hook, so that is a asparagus, okay. In the asparagus the leaf spines, okay, it has a thorn like structures, it's a thorn like, the mari thorn mari irukum. So the thorn like structures are modified, okay, to hook like structures. Appo which part is modified na, leaf oda spines e thorn ah vandu, that is a hook ah modified agum. So that is a asparagus, you can see that. So this is your thorn, that is your spines, the spines are modified into, that is a hook like structure, spines are modified. So we can see the so many spines, that is your asparagus. Leaf spines and brickles, okay. So most of the leaves having the brickles, spines, hook like structure, sharp, that's the features are very very sharp, okay. So because of that features they can protect by themselves, okay, from the animals. So the leaves of certain plants develop spinescent, that is your spinescent structures, okay, either surface of the leaf or that is a margin of the leaf or tip of the leaf. Even the petioles also sometimes that's a spine like structures, okay. So that is very important, they which is adopted in the, that is a xeric condition. Xeric conditions means where the water deficiency is there. So in this place such a plants they want to survive, they want to escape from the transpiration, so they have to do such a modifications. They have a certain features are there, okay, based on the place. So that is example, that Sisyphus argimon mexicana, Brickley poppy and Solanum trilobatum, okay. So next one is a xerophytes such as your Opuntia. So another one is your Euphorbia leaves and stipules are modified into spines. Idhula ellathilum edu modified aayirukku appdin pathina, the stipules are modified. Where is the stipules? The either side of the that is a node, either side of the node consists of the extra outgrowth that is called as stipules. Okay, so that stipules are modified into the spines like structure. We will see the picture. In the first one, that's a zypus. Okay, so that is here zypus. Okay, Argemone mexicana, that is a prickly poppy. Okay, zypus Argemone mexicana is a prickly poppy. So here the leaflets, actually here that so leaves, the entire leaves, okay, the margin of the leaves, idella pathina full margin. So the margin of the leaves are, this is the margins. Okay, the margin of the leaves are modified into, that is a spine like structures. Okay, so if it is if it has a modifications, definitely the plants will not touch it. Okay, herbivory plants la enna panadhu, touch panave panadhu. Okay, so by this way they have to protect. Next one is a Solanum trilobatum. Okay, தூதுவளன்னு சொல்லுவோம். Solanum trilobatum, it's very useful to us nowadays. Okay, so இது வந்து ரொம்ப medicinal plant அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். So it is very benefited to that. Okay, இதை நம்ம எடுத்துட்டோம் அப்படின்னா இப்போ இருக்க கண்டிஷனில் வந்து, so if you are suffered by cold, okay, or cough, we will recover from there. Okay, Solanum trilobatum. So in the Solanum trilobatum we can see the spines on the surface of the leaves. இதெல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா the surface of the leavesல வந்து spines இருக்கும். So we can see the spines. The leafல எல்லாம் அங்க spines இருக்கும். Okay. Next one is a opentia. Okay, so opentia is a prickly bear. So already we studied what are the modifications in the opentia. So in the opentia, the leaves are modified into, that is here, spines. Actually the stem is modified into leaf like structures. Actually the stem is here flattened, okay, broad, and it's a green in color, that is covered by the thick cuticle. So by this way they have to protect the so water content inside. So inside of the, that is your opentia, we can see the some succulent and mucilage substance are present. So because of that they have to escape from the transpirations. Okay, so what is necessary for the modification, that is here living in the dry conditions. Okay, that is a xeric conditions, xerophytic plants. So they want to escape from the transpirations. Because of that the leaves are modified into, that is a spine like structure. So each and every spines, இதில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு ஸ்பைனுமே, that is your leaf. இந்த ஸ்பைனை நம்ம பார்க்கக்கூடாது, this is your leaf. The leaves are modified into spine. Leaf தான் வந்து என்ன இருக்கு, spines are modified ஆயிருக்கு. ஓகேவா, ஏன்னா அது evaporations, ஆக்சுவலாக வந்து டிரான்ஸ்பிரேஷன்லேருந்து தன்னை வந்து எனக்கு காப்பாற்றிக்கிடுதுன்னு அர்த்தம். Okay, so that is which part is modified into spines, that is the leaves are modified into spine like structure. Next one is a euphorbia leaves. Okay, so here the euphorbia leaves also, they can be escape from that. Okay, because of that that arrangement. Okay, they want to escape from the transpirations. Okay, this is also belongs to the xerophytic plants. Next one is a Euphorbia polygona. Actually in the Euphorbia polygona we can see thorns. Okay, so in the stem we can see the numerous thorns. The thorns are, that is actually the leaves are modified into thorn like structures. Next, prickly or small sharp. Actually the prickles அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா, இட்ஸ் வெரி ஸ்மால், சின்னதாக ஒரு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா அவுட் க்ரோத் தான். ஸோ இது வந்து சம்டைம்ஸ் ஷார்ப்பாக வந்து இருக்கும். ஓகேவா, ஸோ வேர் விச் இஸ் அரைஸ்டு அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோன்னா டெர்மல் ரீஜன்லேருந்து தான் அது அரைஸ் ஆகுது. தட் இஸ் அரைஸ்டு ஃப்ரம் த டெர்மல் ரீஜன்ஸ், எபிடெர்மல் ரீஜன்ஸ். அது டெர்மிஸ் ஆஃப் த லீஃபோட டெர்மல் ரீஜன்லேருந்து அரைஸ் ஆகும். பட் இங்கே இடத்துல பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா, ஸோ வி கேன் see the in that margin of the rose plant, margin of the rose plant கூட எப்படி இருக்குன்னா ரொம்ப வந்து ஷார்ப்பாக தான் இருக்கும். even the stems we can see the a lot of spines are there. Next we are going to see the storage leaves. Okay, storage leaves means they have to store the food materials. Okay, so the carbohydrate should be stored in the leaves, that is a bulged in condition, succulent. Some plants of the saline and xerophytic habitats, that members Crassulaceae, commonly when that's the bryophyllum plants. The bryophyllums are, the leaves are very very thick, they have to store the food materials. Okay, so succulent. ஸோ அப்போ என்ன பண்ணுது அப்படின்னா, ஃபுட் மெட்டீரியலை கூட ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி வைக்கிறதுக்கு இது யூஸ் ஆகுது. நாட் ஓன்லி யூஸ்டு ஃபார் த காமன் ப்ரைமரி ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ், ஸோ தட் இஸ் தே கேன் டூ த செகண்டரி ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ். ஸோ ஃபோட்டோசிந்தசிஸ், ரெஸ்பிரேஷன், டிரான்ஸ்பிரேஷன்லாம் காமன் ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ். அப்போ செகண்டரி ஃபங்க்ஷன் அப்படிங்கிறது இந்த ஃபுட்டை ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி வைக்குதுன்னு அர்த்தம். So example for that, that's the aloe vera. Okay, so aloe vera is a medicinal plant actually. Okay, you can keep the aloe vera at your home, you can get more oxygen. Okay, idhula irundha nariya oxygen varum, so adu vandu nariya nam oxygen kadicha nam enna pannalam nalla vandu oxygen breathe pannalam, nammaloda carbon dioxide la vandu eduthukitte namakku oxygen vandu produce panum, so you can keep it in your home. Okay, so they can survive, they need little bit light, that is enough for that. If you keep it in your home, so you feel very fresh. Okay, you can create the fresh atmosphere, and it is very medicinal plant also. So you have to take the bulb, inside the bulb, take the inside the bulb, and you have to make it grind it, nalla grind பண்ணிட்டு நீங்க ஃபேஸ்லயோ இல்ல வந்து உங்களுக்கு ஸ்கின்ல ஏதாவது ப்ராப்ளம் இருந்துச்சுனா நீங்க அப்ளை பண்ணீங்க அப்படினா, so within a week, after a week வந்து it will be recover. Okay, so and this is a very important medicinal, you can eat, நீங்க அத வந்து ஃபீட் எடுத்துக்கவும் செய்யலாம். Next one is your, so this is not a bryophyllum, so this is a aloe vera category. Okay va, so this is a modified, actually leaves are, that's a succulent and store the food material. Next one is a phyllodes. Okay, and which part is modified into phyllodes? Actually that petiole part is modified into the phyllodes. So where is the petiole? The petiole is used to connect the, that is your lamina and the stem or branches. So that region is called, that is a flattened, or sometimes there is a cylindrical in shape. So in the phyllodes conditions where which is modified into a phyllodes, here the petiole is a flat green in color. Okay, that's a flat like structures, so leaf like structure. So that is carry out the function photosynthesis. Okay, the petioles or rachis. So rachis means the main branches of the leaves. Okay, from the rachis we can see the so many leaves are there. Okay, that is a highly reduced, the leaflets or lamina are highly reduced, so the petioles are broad. So allu irukkudiya leaf namak clear ah theriyadu, but petioles vandu romba clear ah theriyum, which is involved in the photosynthesis. Okay, and that is involved in photosynthesis, that is the main functions. Phyllodes maradhukku main reason vandu photosynthesis kaga da marudhu. So acacia calyciformes and Australian acacia, that is Australian acacia. Australian acacia karivela maram நம்ம சொல்றோம். So Acacia auriculiformis, Acacia auriculiformis, that is here, actually these are all regions are, that is a petiole. The petioles are modified into leaf like structure, which is carry out the function photosynthesis. Next one is a pitcher plant. Okay, so pitcher plant example Nepenthes. So in the Nepenthes total leaf part is modified. So actually that is a petioles are modified into tendril like structure, and that lamina is modified into pitcher. The apex regions are modified into lid. Okay, so in the Nepenthes basal parts are modified into, so this is here basal part, so this is a basal regions. So this is a petiole, actually the petioles are modified into tendril like structure. This is modified into tendril. Okay, so here this region is called as a lamina. The lamina are modified into pitcher. Lamina are modified into pitcher. Okay, so this is your rim or mouth. Okay, it's very beautiful. It's attract the insects. Okay, so this region is your apex, leaf apex. So the leaf apex are modified into lid-like structures. Okay, so entire leaves are modified into some features to carry out the functions. So what is the main functions of the Nepenthes? They want to get the nutritions. Okay, what nutritions? Proteins. They need the proteins. Okay, so they cannot get from the soil. So because they have to capture the insects, they have to kill the insects with the help of the fluid is there. So then they have to sucking the proteins from the insects. Okay, with the help of the enzyme, that is a protease are present. With the help of the enzymes, they have to get the protein from the insects. That is, they have to kill the insect and get it from the body. Okay, so here the modifications are there. Okay, the first one is here petioles are modified into tendril, laminas are modified into pitcher, and leaf apex are modified into, that is a lid-like structure. So next one is a blader. Okay, so blader water, that's a utricularia. So actually it is a rootless, free floating in the surface of the water. Okay, it's look like some vessels. Okay, so sembu appdi மிதந்துட்டே போனா எப்படி இருக்குமோ அதே மாதிரி வாட்டர்ல மிதந்துட்டே போகும். So wherever the species will be, they can capture immediately. They have to capture the insects. Insects அப்படி எங்கெங்க கிடைக்குதோ அங்க அப்படியே வந்து என்ன ஆயிடும், they have to take. அது உள்ள வந்த உடனே they will kill the insects and they have to get the nutritions from the insects. Okay, that is the nature of bladder. So bladder means that is the urinary bladder. How the urinary bladder is look like that. Okay, they have to carry some fluid, you know, like that. The bladder is also there. That's a utricularia. So that is the structure of the bladder. This is our bladders. This is a bladder. So the laminas are modified into, that is a bladder like structure. Next one is a floral leaves. Okay, so what are considered as a floral leaves? இப்போ ordinary leaves அப்படின்னா foliage leaves அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம், that is green in color. So what about the floral leaves? The leaves that is in leaves in the, there is a flower. Okay, so flower, how many whorls are there? It consists of here, so 4 whorls or 5 whorls are present. So the first whorl is here, that is a calyx. Okay, second whorl is there, that is a corolla. Okay, so the both are considered as a floral leaves. Okay, except the, that is necessary organs. Okay, that is a very important organs, that's androecium and gynoecium, because that is involved in that is a sexual reproduction. So what about in the calyx and corolla? That is accessory parts. Okay, so that is called by a floral leaves அப்படினு சொல்றோம். அத வந்து the sepals, petals, okay, stamens, carpels எல்லாமே வந்து floral parts தான். அதுல மெயினா வந்து sepals and petals அப்படிங்கிறது accessory whorls, stamens and carpels அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து that is a necessary whorls அப்படினு சொல்லுவாங்க. Stamens and carpels, stamen is a male sex organ and carpels are the female sex organ in the flower. Okay va, the sepals and petals are leafy like structure. அத மட்டும் தான் நம்ம leafy அப்படினு சொல்லுவோம். So அந்த androecium gynoecium பாத்தீங்கன்னா that structure is entirely different from the accessory whorls. Okay, so they are protective in functions. So how they protective? They have to protect the inner region. So what is in the inner region? That's androecium and gynoecium are very protective with the help of the floral parts. The calyx and corolla illana அது protective ஆ இருக்காது. So the petals are usually colored. Okay, so petals are very different color which is attract the insects for the pollinations. At the same time the calyx are green in color, so which is involved in photosynthesis. At the same time that is protect the flower in the bud conditions. Okay, the stamens are considered as a pollen bearing microsporophylls. Okay, so microsporophyll, that is we studied in the pteridophytes. So actually the leaves consists of a sporangia. Okay, so the already we studied in the pteridophytes. Once again we have to recall that structures. So this is here structure of, that's a sporophyll. Okay, so in the sporophyll we can see the sporangia. Actually the sporangia and the leaves, that is called sporophyll. That spore produce பண்ணக்கூடிய leaf, that is known as a sporophyll அப்படினு சொல்றோம். ஓகேவா, so microsporophyll will give microspores, megasporophyll will give, that's a megaspores. That is a male and female sporangia is produced on the leaf, so that is known as a microsporophyll. Okay, and carpels are ovules bearing megasporophyll. Carpels means that is a female part. In the angiosperms, that is a female sex organ, are called carpels. Okay, they have to bearing the megasporophylls. So that is your floral leaves. Okay, floral இருக்கக்கூடிய parts. Floral என்னென்ன parts எல்லாம் இருக்கு? Epicalyx sometimes is present. So that is called the pentamerous in conditions. Epicalyx, calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Okay, so calyx and corolla, that is your accessory whorls, and androecium and that is your gynoecium is here, that is a necessary whorl. So this is a floral leaves. Actually this is not a floral leaves, it's a green in color. This is the petaloid அப்படினு சொல்லுவோம். That is here green. Now instead of green in color they have a different colors, the petals are there. So next one is your deciduous. So what is the deciduous? The falling at the end of the growing season. Okay, so the leaves are falling from the plant, falling from the trees. Okay, based on that, that is divided. The deciduous means the falling at end of the growing season. Okay va, so adu vandu the growing varakudi and the end of the season la vandu ellame keela vilundrum. Okay, so that's a leafless in the winter and summer season. Leafless in the winter and summer na, so they want to escape from the transpirations. Because of that they have a nature, adanal da andha mari adukku oru amaippu irukku. Okay va, so maple, plumeria, lania, erythrina are example for that. So this is a maple tree. So how the leaves are falling from the plant. Okay, so during the winter and that is summer season, the leaves are falling from the leaves, falling from the plants. So that is a plumeria. So in the plumeria, you can see in everywhere the plumeria plant. During the summer season, you cannot see any leaves in the plant. We can see only the flower. Okay. So they want to escape from the transpiration, then only they have to shed on the leaves. So Lania cervicornis. Okay, this is another species. So Erythrina. So these are all. So shed the leaves during the summer season. Evergreen. Okay, in some of the plants we can see the leaves. There's so always all the season we can see the leaves in the plant, in the trees. So leaves persist throughout the year. Persist means எப்போவுமே இருந்துகிட்டே இருக்கும். So falling regularly. கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக லீவ்ஸ் விழும், அடுத்த நாளே வேறு லீவ்ஸ் நியூ லீவ்ஸ் வந்து அரைஸ் ஆகிக்கிட்டே இருக்கும். அப்போ வந்து ஸோ எவ்வளோ லீவ்ஸ் வெளியில் போனாலும் அதே அளவுக்கு திரும்ப லீவ்ஸ் வந்து ஃபார்ம் ஆகுறதுனால there's a evergreen leaves அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். there's a mimosaups. ஓகேவா? So mimosaups and calophyllum. Mimosaups and calophyllum is example for that. So mimosaups, that leaves. So calophyllum. So these are all the evergreen leaves. Evergreen leaves na so leaves போயிட்டே இருக்கும், ஆனால் அடுத்தடுத்து உடனே leaves என்ன ஆயிரும், ஃபார்ம் ஆகிக்கிட்டே இருக்கும். So next வந்து mossescent. Okay, so mossescent leaves அப்படிங்கிறது leaves not falling but withering on the plant as in several members of the Fagaceae. ஓகேவா? ஸோ இதில் என்ன ஆகுனா சீக்கிரம் ஃபால் ஆகாது, அப்படியே லீவ்ஸ் வந்து அதில் இருந்துக்கிட்டே இருக்கும். ஸோ அதில் வித்தரிங் அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது ஸோ அப்படியே அந்த காஞ்சி போன லீவ்ஸ் வந்து என்ன ஆகும், அதாவது வித்தரிங்கிறது வந்து ட்ரை கண்டிஷன்ஸில் எல்லாம் இதானதுக்கப்புறம் அப்படியே அதில் இருக்கும். ஸோ ஆஃப்டர் தட் டிட்டாச் அதுலேருந்து அந்த பீட்டியோல்ஸ்க்கு அதுக்கும் டைலோசஸ் அப்படின்னு ஒரு பார்ட் உண்டு, அது டிட்டாச் ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக கீழே வந்துடும்.